Howdy y'all, this is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. I feel like I'm running a little late. I decided to sleep in a little bit longer than I should have this morning, but we've got a busy morning ahead of us. We're going to pick up our next butcher calf. Mr. Sir Loin is going to be his name. His journey starts here. We originally were going to wait for about 6-7 months after we processed brisket. We processed brisket in February, so we're going to try to wait till about August, September to start another one. But my dad has a close friend about an hour away that has a cow herd, and he had a bunch of calves that he was taking to the sale barn, and my dad kind of mentioned that he wanted one, and so he picked one out. It's a lot bigger than what we were wanting. It's about 600 pounds already, so it's going to be a quick turnaround for this guy. We really don't know what we're going to do for his butchering dates yet. It's going to be as soon as we can. Possibly might have to use a different butcher this year, or for this one, just so we can get him in sooner. We've discussed possibly, splitting them with another family. I know my aunt would be interested, but we don't know for sure. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. We're going to first, I've got to get this tractor off this trailer. I did a bunch of tilling yesterday for several people in the area. Getting their gardens ready, so I got to unload the tractor, and then we got to hook up to the horse trailer, check all the tires, and we're going to shoot down the road about an hour and pick up our next calf. We hit the road, I figured I'd check on the baby goats. Miss Sheep here was trying to kick off her little boy. I pinned her up for a couple days with them. She seems to be taking care of him a lot better now. I just want to come up here and make sure his belly is full, and also check on these other 3 does that have not kidded. I see 1, 2, 3 of them. No more babies, I don't think. Doesn't look like it, at least. So still waiting on this one, and this one. Miss Sheep's babies are in their favorite spot. They love this little corner barrel. They look good. This is a little boy. His tummy does feel full. Girl's stomach feels full, so I think she's taking care of him. I was watching him yesterday. He doesn't look like he's weak or anything. I just noticed where she was kind of pushing him off a little bit, and I tried to act as soon as I could, and I'm hoping it's going to work out. This morning, Sheep's babies look good. As far as I can tell, everybody else looks good. No new babies, but after we drop Mr. Sir Loin, kind of mixes up my tongue, Mr. Sir Loin off this afternoon, we'll come back up here. We'll check out the baby goats, show you how they're growing. These little guys they're growing pretty good. The good mamas, I'm very proud of the group of mamas we got. Some of these young moms were a little questionable at first, but they really stepped up to the plate, raising some good, healthy kids. And hopefully, maybe this afternoon we can have some more babies on the ground. We'll see. But let's hit the road and we'll pick up our new calf. So this is going to be our new steer Sir Loin right here. He had a bigger one picked out, but we told him we wanted the smaller one. I'm gonna say this one probably weighed, the other one probably weighed right at about 600, maybe a little bit more. This one's probably more in the 450 range, somewhere like that. We went and got weighed on the road. You got an empty weight of the truck and the trailer, and we're about to back up to the chute now, load them up, and then we'll go get weighed out, and we'll pay Mr. Marty by the pound, and hopefully this all works out for us. Come on. Psst, 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 psst. Hey. Hey. I ain't got no stick. Hey. Sorry for the shaky camera work, but we got him loaded up. He's in there. We're gonna go weigh him and see what we owe the man. I really think you should buy me a stock trailer. No comment? No comment. Ooh. Let's go, man. It's actually been about 2 hours since we let him out the trailer. We dropped him off and just kind of let him relax, let him meet his new roommate. I brought Clyde up here yesterday. Well, actually Clyde got out from back there. I left the gate open. He wandered up here. I figured it was a good spot for him so he could get used to the new calf, and we can rotate the calf around these pastures right here until he's used to us enough to follow a bucket to get back down to the back pasture, where we're probably going to keep him the majority of the time. But he's settled in. He's laying under the shade tree. Excuse Rivers, but he's pretty calm. He's no pet or anything like that. I'm sure he'll get a little calmer as time goes by. I don't know if he's ever been around dogs, but he's a good-looking guy. He weighed 520 pounds. So we've got a little bit with him, and hopefully, I'd say probably in about 7 months is how long he'll be here. So being that this steer is already 520 pounds, we've got several issues. Number one, all our freezers are full. We don't have anywhere to put them. Even if we had to process them ourselves or anything, we have nowhere to put them in probably the next 6 months or so. The next problem is the processor that we have used in the past, or the one that we use for brisket. They're not taking any new dates until the 1st of July for the 2023 butchering year. So I've got to be on top of it whenever time comes around, or July 1st comes around, to make sure that we can get in hopefully as early as possible in 2023. 1st of January would be perfect before this guy gets too big. We raised brisket to is about 1,100 pounds. We're going to try to keep this one a little bit under that. Brisket was just huge. He had a lot of fat on it. It's good. I like fat on my steaks, but he took up a lot of room in the freezer as well. So that's one reason. And another thing is we're going to try to save money a little bit this time. Try not to spend as much on grain. Try to cut it down a little bit. Make sure he's growing right. Make sure he's filled out and healthy, but just trying to cut down on some expenses. We got a lot of green grass right now. We're in spring green up. We're gonna have grass all summer long as the Lord keeps providing us rain. So we're gonna try to focus on feeding a lot of grass to him. We're gonna be supplementing some grain. What I did with Brisket was 2% of his body weight pretty much the whole time we had him, whether it was green grass or we were feeding him hay. He was getting about 2% of his body weight. With this one, we're probably gonna cut that down to maybe about 1.5, maybe even 1.25% of his body weight. Just try to conserve a little bit of money on the feed side. See if we can come out a little bit cheaper, because we did pay a little bit more for this guy than we paid for Brisket. So we do need to kind of cut our expenses where we can. But with that being said, we are excited to have Sir Loin on the farm. He's going to be a great addition for the summer. Enjoyed having Brisket. I'm sure we're going to enjoy having this guy. He seems a little bit calmer than Brisket was at first. So he might be a little bit friendlier than Brisket in the end of it. But with that being said, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. But don't leave yet. I'm gonna roll some footage of all the baby goats up here at the pasture. All of them's down here. All 3 of our expecting moms have still not kidded. I was really hoping we could get that in this video this afternoon, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But I'm just gonna roll some footage of the baby goats with a little bit of music, and I hope you enjoy. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It'd mean a lot to us. We're getting very, very close to our 1,000 subscriber mark. Where we're going to be able to do a giveaway. We're going to give away a t-shirt, koozie, possibly some other things. It's a big milestone for our channel. It'll mean that will be monetized on YouTube, where we'll start making a little bit of income. It won't be much to start with, but it's something. It's better than nothing. So it kind of helps reward us for all the time that we put into these videos. For y'all, I really hope y'all enjoy the videos. We enjoy making them. But like I said, I really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and I hope you enjoyed the little footage of the baby goats, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.